All right. I'm looking for a box or something to get some height here. It's a lady with 100 boxes. Okay. I'm going to use this. There we go. That's perfect. When you draw all the time, you have lots of boxes and lots of supplies. Your whole life is involved with supplies. It's crazy, but that is the life sometimes. Today, I figured I'd do a couple tarot card readings, and I wanted to practice shading today because I need to. Here, I like that pencil. I need to step up my game to get my cover art done. And I'm hoping I'll have a couple $100 soon in budget, which I should soon, to get that book on Amazon. Okay. I don't know I have no pencil. Okay, I'm looking for my pencil. Okay, I don't like those kind of pencils. Pencil dilemma I have. Alright. How did I lose both pencils? Not here. I'm looking for my favorite pencils. Well, at this point, any pencil would be sufficient because I'm too tired to look for another one. I guess I'll use a colored pencil today since it's just a basic one. And we'll see how that goes my life. I'll just use this pencil and we'll call it a day with that. Okay. I'm not sure what time zone this is, but it's definitely India sleeping time. And that's okay. It is totally okay for that, but I'm just going to do. I like to practice things on my own sometimes. I find it invigorating. Oh, oh, hello. I think you're new. How are you doing? I'm practicing shading. I found this amazing picture today that I liked. And I've done human faces, but not a child's face. And it was so cute. She had a little witch's hat. And I figured I was going to do that one day, that one. Because that's going to take me. That's one of those sketches that really take a minute to do. And I got a 12-hour shift. Oh, hello. Sang you song. Okay. Yes, to have landed here. Yeah. I like to meet new friends. I'm still trying to get my Facebook together. I got hacked for a while, but I was pretty big on Facebook, and on Facebook, our philosophy, the live streamers over there is you got to be likable and you got to be real because sometimes life is too short. So That's my philosophy these days. And I like to give, I used to, when I'm out with my friends, I give like little readings. And, like around the holidays and different stuff. But yeah, like, how you get together with your friends. I'm just up, I don't know. I guess I'm one of the weird ones. So, anyways, my friends ask me for readings and things. So I just figured, you know, it's been like 6 months since I've been able to get on Facebook, and it's so corrupt. Some of my files, I don't even. I control 6 Facebook groups. I keep getting notifications, but I can't get on there. But you know what? It's fate, and I'm here for the sake of fun. And these are things I do with my friends, and I just like to draw because I wrote a book. I'm saving up some money, and I've been having a little bills here and there, but I want to do my own cover art for my book. That's the thing. And I want to be able to draw a raven and be able to be really good at shading, because I don't think enough book authors, they get lazy. I have the book written, but the thing is, I want this cover art done. And these people that charge you and that do this cover art, they cost like $500. I refuse to pay somebody $500 just to get the right picture that I want for my book. I know it sounds crazy, but yeah, and there's a lot of shading because I need a raven, a badass raven on a tree with a storm coming in. That's the thing. And to get that detailed and just doing your own stuff like that, that's a lot. So you got to get real good at shading. So I'm trying. So I figured today I'm just doing like simple shading because I'm gonna try to do this baby's face, and I'm trying to do portrait like stuff, and it takes a little bit. You got to practice. And I like to do things when I guess I feel I'm my most talkative, and it's my most inner self is when I'm doing art, and that's why I like to do it. And it's fun to meet people. And you don't have to worry about if you get this troller that is being ridiculous, because Facebook does absolutely nothing to help you. You get all of these people that will talk about they need a wife and this and that, and they're all scammers. And if you say something like in stream, like to stop scamming me, they will like get all mad and take down your stream and all kinds of stuff, but then they do nothing to prevent it. And who wants to stream like that? So I've been over here 6 months. I have a lot of streams under my belt because of this. What? Let me get your question. Usually I shade with my pastels, but today I'm just kind of doing a freehand, and I'm going to try to do one badass heart because there's a lot of shading with this Halloween scene I want to do one day, because it's going to take me like 2.5 hours. But when I get on here, I like to start something and finish it right on stream. I don't know. I just think that's more fun doing it that way. All right. Landed. Okay. I'm getting to your question. I'm not the most best with questions because over in Facebook, it's just, I guess when you get them, it just, you can't go back and forth, and it's real basic. And over here, there's lots of stuff going on. I'm getting better though. Oh, yes, I do. It seems when I draw, I'm going to look for a question in a minute. When I draw, it's like a piece of me comes out, and I look at ley lines. But then when I shade it, it's what I see in my head. And I think maybe that's what I need for my book. Because I feel that if you're going to be a really good author, you should be able to do a little sketching. So I've been practicing for about 2 years. And I started with little shit. And it's so easy. Like I would do like hearts, a lot of flowers. And if you could do the perfect rows and little things like that, you move on to skulls eventually. I like to do a lot of reaper things cuz that will make you prepared to do mirror like stuff. And it's pretty good. I'm going to do the pastels in the back and I'm going to see if I can get a mirror effect with using colored pencils with my sketching and then do the pastels. This is an experiment today. I've never tried this, but it actually might look good. Who knows? I'm very excited about it. But yeah, I did do this, but it's a basic, and I'm gonna put all of my little pastel stuff in there because it really makes things pop out. Now I'm gonna go grab a question. All right. See, I can't even do tarot card readings barely over on Facebook. They're really, I don't know, they're really weird. I just can't do it. TikTok, I tried to do it on TikTok and nobody ever asked. They have these videos and they say that someone's talking to you or whatever, and then you're supposed to comment that's their tarot card person, and then these other people, I don't know. It's just weird. And all they do is talk about the moon and stars and all this stuff and plan and alignments, and I think they just went and studied it from somewhere. Yeah. Let me try to get sensing. All right. Oh, the song. Well, I'll just call you Beautiful Song 222. All right. I'm going to see if she has a question. Okay, I don't see a tarot card question, so if I missed your question looking at all the little comments because I did smoke a bowl of weed, just put it in again, and it's not like I have like 1,000 people in here. I should be able to get it. But yeah, you can ask a question. I'm just doing my usual thing because I'm on the quest to be able to draw a raven that looks picturesque. And I feel I'm failing somewhere because I want it to be perfect. And some of these are not perfect. The raven yesterday, I think, sucked. Now, my husband, being his kind soul, he thinks it's nice, but he said that he thinks it was good, but it was better than the other two ravens that I did. I want to try to get the cloud effect. See, clouds I have problems with. And clouds are hard. I have my friend that does oil painting coming over so I don't ruin these canvases I have. So I like doing pastel painting because it's easy because you can practice shading with them. And they're nice because you spend $40 for the set, which is a really good deal. This is, I got Master Pastel. I got this from Amazon and they're the chalky ones and they got soft ones too. But these chalky ones will last you an eternity. And they're an artist's best friend. They really are. Because it can teach you a lot of stuff. I've self-taught myself a lot of little things. So I say life is all about possibilities. Now they say these clouds you're supposed to do an uplift. So I'm going over and up like little bridges, and I'm going to see how this turns out. Because when you're doing shading work, I mean, this is how you shade and go in that really makes it or breaks it. You can, like, I can tell if an artist does shitty shading. And then I could tell, like, the pictures that you see sometimes that look so picturesque that somebody actually did, it's because they were really, really good shaders. And it's always good to practice shading when you're trying to get good at something. And I really, truly am trying. I did pretty good with a couple of them. I mean, at least I made it to faces. That took a damn minute. I will tell you. This thing's falling apart. I got this, and it has a second layer too. I got so many colors to choose from. It's like I'm like a kid in a candy store. But yeah, go ahead and put your question in. I wanted to tell you guys about the good deed I did today. You'd be proud of me. I'm at work, and there's this girl, and she got issues. And I'm not saying in a negative way. She really, life has really kind of made her their whipping boy, I guess. Let's just put it that way. So, and she's my friend Lisa, and we had this horrible coworker, and she was driving people out, and she tried to drive me out, and I went ahead and I told the boss, and I really don't give a damn when I start on my little campaigns. I can get a job next week. I'm not worried about it. So I went down there and complained about her, and then she walked out on the job. So, but they're real desperate for help because healthcare, for some reason, there's a lot of guidelines, and some people are just shitty human beings. Let's put it that way. And when you get that status where they start thinking things and you become just a horrible person, this is what happens. People start turning on you. But anyways, I just went in there and I just told her because this coworker, she was sitting there acting crazy. Then she told me she wanted to knock me out, and I'm not afraid of people. I don't fear death, and I do not fear the threats of people. So I was like, okay. So I went ahead and told Connie, I was like, am I allowed? Do I get arrested if I go in the parking lot and all this stuff? And Connie's like, what happened? And I call her the Italian mafia because she is very. She's just Connie. But I go in the office and I go, give me 2 weeks to get my life together because I can't deal with that kind of stuff. Because she's sitting there acting ignorant on her phone, talking to her wife, and the patients aren't getting taken care of and all this stuff. And it puts extra work on everybody because then we got to go do her work. So, anyways, I just told Connie. And Connie was just like, "Oh no, you don't. It's okay." And then it got to where she's not allowed to work with that. Connie separated us because she wanted me to write a statement. I go, for what? Because she's stupid. Well, that kind of does look cloudy like that. Maybe I'm onto something. But anyways, I go, and then after that, all of a sudden she's being transferred to another facility because Connie wants to protect me. And I'm like, I'm just not the person that you need to protect. But it was crazy. But I called my friend, and she had another job, but she wasn't sure. And I guess the timing of the job or something was wrong. And then she asked, would she still be able to get hired back? And I go, probably. I told her that Connie was desperate and she needs help workers, and I can't be working 6 days a week because I might lose my mental health. So she went ahead and called Connie, and then she got her job back. So that's my good deed, friends. And she's a real good person because she ran into hard times, and She's always taking care of her mom, and I met her cat and stuff. She has a really nice cat. Beautiful. Beautiful kitty. All right, I'm going to bring in this with my fingers this way to get this mirror effect. Okay, say when you're practicing shading, this is what you do. And you can, like, literally, you don't need paint doing this. That's what they say. Well, that kind of looks cool, honestly. I'm going to keep going this way like this. I didn't know this could happen. You can layer the pastel pretty good. Alright. There we go. Look at that. This is actually turning out. I thought I wouldn't like this one, but I kind of actually like it. You could taper it out any which way you want. This is probably where the technique I have to have for this raven in a tree, which is going to be really, really hard. But yeah, I was proud of myself. And she was just so nice. She comforted me in my time of need through all this tragedy with my dad and people saying I was dead, and because they wanted his money and all the stuff, and it's too much. And I'm just really glad I was able to help her, and she helped me so much. So much, it was crazy. I was sitting there. I almost got lightweight suicidal, and I called her, and she, even though she was exhausted from work, and had to go in the next day, she stayed on the phone with me. She's pretty awesome. I don't know. This is not bad. It kind of looks cloudy. This is not turning out bad. I kind of like it. All right, maybe I need to hit another color down here. I feel it needs more of something. I don't know what. Let's see. I'm going to put a little green down here and see where it gets. So, just going to keep layering this out and moving it around in a precise way like that. Shading is so much fun, folks. I'm waiting on a question. If you guys are still there, I don't mind. I'm just practicing shading today. I'm not starting a major piece. This is just practice for Monday. That's all this is, because I really gotta be on my A game Monday, because Monday is gonna be a big painting day. It's going to be making a child's face. Might be is sometimes has to be done with precision, and you gotta have a full night's sleep with that. So I figured I met 2 new friends here. I'm not sure if you're still here or not, but thank you for coming in my stream. But I will be probably going to bed soon, so if you guys do want a question, if you are listening, because sometimes it says that I have 0 people listening on this end, but then I end up having a lot of people. Well, not a lot. There is still sometimes 1 person listening, and I didn't realize, because sometimes on this end I can't see all of that. So that's kind of cool. Here, we got that so far. Now I'm going to take this pastel. Where's it at? Oh my god. The little chalkies are falling. Alright. Now I'm going to touch it with a little bit of this black. Maybe I'll get someone else in here. I don't know. It's okay. These are. And this is the real soft here. There. And I'm just gonna come up here a little bit like this. I want to get this dark effect so you can actually tell there's a heart here. All right. I'm gonna put this here. There you go. All right. Yeah, this is nice. There we go. This up like that. Shade it, and we're gonna bring it this way. That's not bad at all. Oh yes, this heart is good. I am really proud of this heart. This is some of the best detailing work I've done. Maybe it was good luck coming on in here and practicing shading at this hour. This actually was a good ass idea. Alright, I'm going to smooth this out here and see what happens. Sometimes this is trial and error. Sometimes it is, sometimes it's not. Alright. I'm going to stripe it this way. Oh, yes. This is amazing. It only took me half hour. Just a basic heart. See, pastels could be your best friend, folks. And all I did was do shading work. That took me 27 minutes. It really puts you in a nice creative mood. I think it'd be too much if I try to make it dark or light in one area. But yeah, something you could get on Etsy, folks. But I'm going to end the stream because I got to get to work tomorrow and do an early day. So, but I am going to be on tomorrow, but it'll probably be a later stream. And I'm happy you guys joined me. And I'll probably practice more shading, and then Monday will be the big day around like 6. Monday, I mean, it depends on what I'm doing and stuff. I got to get in the artsy mood. So it's going to be probably between 5 in the evening time for me. So, but I'm going to do shading work and do streams like little small streams also. Okay. Yeah. I told you to put your question in, goofball. I was waiting. I'm just joking with you. You like my shading? I'm practicing shading for my Raven. I think I got the heart shaded pretty decent. I'm trying to get the picturesque shading down pat. And it's a pain in the ass. It truly is. But lay down your question. I came over here to make some friends and associate here. So, and you are a friend. So, I'm going to wait here and probably hit this vape. I am slowing down on my vaping, which probably is good. Damn it! But then tomorrow will be a happy day because I got rid of the Wicked Witch of the West at work. And now everybody's happy. No one's overworked. And I drove out the ones that were causing problems. Sometimes you got to stand up for what's right. All right. Will Tamor reach out to me? I could see. Let me see what the energy I have. I could see what I see to help you. I could get an energy field on it. All right. All right, you got a new moon in Cancer for the main central energy. And this just means that it talks about safety. And Cancer is it is about safety also, but it just means a safe, sometimes it represents just safe places. So I feel that this Tamor is just feels like he's in a safe place being isolated. That's what I'm picking up. He's in isolation and he just wants to be left alone for some reason. And then he has the first quarter moon around him, and it's talk about commitment being tested, people judging him, people bothering him. And he just wants time, he wants space. He wants to just to be left alone. And then he has a wax crescent moon. And this just talks about having faith because he's lost all of his faith. So that's what I'm picking up on him. So until he gets through with his life crisis, probably not. Depending on how much this guy can bounce back, it might be a minute. Some people get over dramatic, and this is what happens. So maybe if you try to reach out to him or try to help him or maybe try to find out where he is or spy around, maybe you could try to help him, but it might aggravate things worse. Sometimes it's better to let people just be. All right. All right. Oh, well, thank you. I'm just working on my shading today, actually. I've realized when I get the sketchings, I don't shade right sometimes, and then when I get to pastels, but I think my shading went better today. I'm trying to do my book cover art. When I published my book, I want my art to be something I actually done. And if I know when you do it on Amazon, and since it'll be a digital book, like for Kindle and stuff like that, that's what I'm saving my money for. You can take a picture of your own art instead of paying someone to do it. So that's what my whole mission of art is now. And I've realized I just like art. Trying not wanting to pay someone $500 for a picture. I'm good. I'm not paying $500 to take a picture of somebody's sketch to put on my book. I'd rather just do it myself. It can't be that hard. But it's been about 2 years of practice, so I guess it can be. But it is fun if you follow the journey. But let me see here. Who else? Yeah, you can get a reading, Sarah. I'm trying to get better at getting these comments because I really suck at it. And then I get like 10 of these in a row, and I'm not used to being popular. So that's herein lies another problem. So I miss things because it flips so fast sometimes. So, but yeah, I'm looking here. Oh, thank you. All right. Okay, I'm looking for a question. I tried, but he never responded and chose to ghost me and had to disconnect as well. He's in a real isolated spot. That's the problem. And when people are that introverted and they got things on their mind, they're not going to talk to nobody. And the people that bother them the most, they will never talk to. And sometimes you just got to wait it out. If you got a common thread like a joint bank account, or you, I guess, share a household, it's different. But sometimes it's better to let people be. And then if he wants to come back, I mean, sometimes it's better to give it a little time and then just let them come back on their own. So, okay, Sarah, you want to know what is. Okay, I'm getting a lot of restricted things here. Yeah, they've restricted a bunch of your stuff. What is the true nature of my friendship with my best friend, Sadie? That's a pretty name. I like that. Sade. Or Sade or Sadie. Sade's pretty too. Oh, you're welcome. I mean, I'm here for you. I've been through all kinds of shit in my life. And I've been through divorced. I've been through it all. I'm in another marriage now, so I've been through a lot of stuff that I could give you a lot of relationship advice on how things could go really extreme one way or the other. And sometimes it's just better to let it be and stay out of the drama, because the drama draws you in, sucks up your energy, and leaves you with a mental damn breakdown where you're thinking you might have to see a psychiatrist. And everybody laughs at you and they're happy because they got what they wanted. They wanted to bother you. This is literally what happens in a toxic relationship. It's like if they got to work on themselves, it's like, good, go work on yourself. I'm over here. And sometimes you just got to find that one thing that's calms you down. For me, it's sketching. And I recommend any kind of outlet. If it's sitting and if it's sports, that's fine. Go get a gym. So in the wintertime, you could still play basketball and all those good things. Without an outlet, when you're going through crazy times, it gives you no hope because you're just sitting and dwelling on things. But if you have a positive goal saying, man, I wanted to sketch out a heart and do some shading, I'm happy because I did something. But yeah, that's why they always say it's good to have hobbies. I'm not preaching, I'm just giving you advice because I've been through just so much of my life that I'm just sometimes down to sketching or down to writing or something. And it really helps. All right. Now let me get on the nature of your relationship with Sade. With your friendship from Sade. All right. Sade right now is in a gibbous moon. And this talks about goals and how this whole central energy with Sade is focusing on getting a goal done. And I feel it could be like a business, almost of maybe a future business thing, or something involving something like that, like bettering themselves, something like that. And then Sage is surrounded by a new moon in Virgo, and this talks about a time to give rather than take. It's a warning that they're being more selfish in this case. And the universe wants them to give more and not be so greedy. But this sage is greedy a little bit. Not horribly greedy where they're gonna like do crazy things, but greedy enough to lose a little humanity. And then the sage is with a cardinal moon. And this talks about being bold and making moves. I mean, this sage is trying to calculate moves, but they're it's hard for her to. I don't know. I can't. It's like a energy cluster. She has feminine and masculine, or because it's a stronger energy. She has a strong energy. It could be perceived as she has a little bit of this person has a little bit of both. So, but somehow this person doesn't want to make the move forward. So she's just waiting. This person's waiting out. So I don't know. It seems very deceptive, her energy. I don't know if I would trust her fully. The energy is not. It's just kind of. It's like iffy. It's not. It doesn't seem a very happy energy. It's almost like they always have a secret agenda energy. That's what I like to call it. It feels different. So I don't know. I wouldn't. I would. I don't think the nature is overly good. Just a little deceptive at times for self preservation. So all right, yeah, I'm done with Miss Sarah. Thank you, Sarah, for joining the chat. I appreciate it. Well, you know what, Sarah? Sometimes there's a lot of sad things, but out of sad things come happy things. I mean, I've had a whole chaotic mess with my dad's death, trying to retrieve his ashes and everything, and it was sad, but eventually something good comes. In World War II, the poor Jews were cooked alive, and look now, everybody's prospering. So that's when you get to your lowest point, that's when you're about to like get the biggest reward. I mean, I'm to the point where I'm not calling the cops for to get my dad's remains because I'm just going to sue them. But I'm at my lowest point. But honestly, your greatest reward usually is it's usually financial, and it's something you always wanted, and it's always security and happiness. So I mean, I'm not trying to be like one of those weird videos where they talk about all through history where people did great suffering and beat people, and then they said they were going to have great things, but like a moral suffering, like where you have to take a L for humanity. I've done it. I've took a L for humanity, and it's just getting rewarded because my sister's husband, because everybody in the family's dead but me, said I was dead, and he's just out of spite holding my dad's ashes. Took all of his money, but I can sue him now. So, there's that light in the end of the tunnel. So, it says AI beauty grows from. Well, okay. The fires that forge us, hurt us, make us stronger. Oh, yes, it does. I've been through some wicked stuff in my life. When my mom died, I remember my first son, when he was a baby. I was 19. I come downstairs and I asked my mom if she was okay, and I guess she had an aneurysm, but said she don't call 911 and all this. I watched my mother die. And I had 911 there and everything, but I pretty much had to put myself through college at this point, being a single mother. And I thank God when I've been watching these Chosen One videos. I'm going to admit to this, and they're very addictive. And I think we're all chosen ones because it talks about all these paths and stuff you endure. And just today, a video popped up about this people deceiving you and talking behind your back out of nowhere. I think God talks through these chosen one videos. Somehow, the right topic hits you for the right instance, and it makes you feel so much better. I got through all this stuff with my dad's death through chosen one videos. And then they have Bible verse ones, and they're very positive and uplifting. I really like them. I subscribe to all of them through my trauma, and they have really helped. And they're very insightful. And then other ones pop up in other categories, and I subscribe to all them. And it gives me motivation. And Denzel Washington videos, those are inspirational ones. Oh my God, those make you feel good. And it explains a lot about life. Denzel Washington has some very good motivational quotes. And he's a good actor, too. Oh, yes, we are all a piece of a puzzle until we all come together. Yeah, everybody has one piece of the answer. And that's why I don't understand why every religion has to be divided. And I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with one region believing this and having Catholic, if you believe in worshiping God through Muslim ways and you're in that region, there's nothing wrong with it. But I feel that every religion should respect one another enough to, if they're all, I guess, they're praising a light God. As long as they're praising the God of light, it shouldn't matter how it's worded, I guess. That's just my personal view because I am Catholic and I don't think there's nothing different from Catholic for one religion than the other because it's all towards a better goal. It's for the light God. So, however version you want to think of the light God, it should be a point where we all give each other humility and we're not arguing over religion because it's all for one good focal point, I guess. So I respect every religion. I really do. As long as it's not harmful, like in where it gets demonic and stuff, where a lot of people are getting hurt and little kids are getting, because I think, was it the Mayan Aztecs? Oh my God, the Aztecs religion was brutal. They dragged all those little girls. If they couldn't find a virgin, they would take somebody's daughter that was 5 or 6 years old and just murder her. Now, those kind of religions, I think they talk about Satanism, and I did study a little on that. It's actually not demonic. It does sound scary, but it's not because they actually don't. It's a selfish religion. In Satanism, it's kind of weird. It is the light God. It is, but it isn't the light God. It's just the way it's the opposite message. They just believe that you should worry about yourself and you bring your own happiness, even if you got to take it from others. But the thing is, there's the law of karma. So, because I like to find out what makes people think the way they think. Sometimes I feel that I want to find out why they're thinking that way before I judge people. And what the only thing, the bad thing about Satanism is very selfish, and the energy always, because they're pretty much screwing people over, being selfish, all that karma builds up and comes back, and they get all this monetary wealth and happiness, and then in the end this horrific thing happens to them, because that's how, if you're selfish your whole life, that's how that ends. But that's the worst part of that religion. I think the Mayans had the most demonic one. It's disgusting, a lot of their practices. And I've been reading about that ancient Egyptian ones. The religion itself in a core is not bad, and it's positive. Not like the Aztecs, but that's positive. The thing is that those ancient Egyptians had horrible sexual practices. They were it was like almost like they raped people, and they had sex for dominance a lot sometimes in their religious ceremonies. So that's not good. It really isn't. And I did not know that till I educated myself more about it. So sometimes religions can try to exert too much control, but they can have a really positive message. And sometimes, it's not the religion that and the stuff that people do that make it bad or good, it's our viewpoint. So in its essence, it's not bad, but I guess the people that manipulated the system just started doing horrific sexual things to people, and it was wrong. But that's how some things were done. The medieval times were horrible. They had whipping boys and they say that it's just not a regular smack, they would take leather belts and slice skin on a 10-year-old boy, because it was a royal child and they don't get spanked, so they had to get punished, so they would make another little kid get punished for what that kid did, and that kid would just turn out to be a big douchebag king whatever. Yeah, you can have one. How you doing? I was practicing shading today because I felt like my shading was shitty. I'm not gonna lie. I think I did a way better job with shading today. It's just a basic part, but I really honestly think I did okay. I think this was better than other shading. I'm trying to get this book cover stuff together. Oh, well, thank you. It was better than I don't know, the Raven I did yesterday was okay, but I feel it could have been better. I would like to get it more picturesque, and I feel that Ravens are just hard. They really are. I mean, maybe eventually in 6 months I can get one that looks exactly like a Raven, like you would look at in a picture. Because you can, but it takes more practice to do that. So that's going to be a minute. All right. I'm looking for a question. You guys know that I have a, oh, see, there's another. See, I don't know if it's, oh, here's a queen. Oh, no, you're talking about me. Oh, I am not a queen. I am a healthcare worker that gets bothered, that got so burnt out from being in the medical. I decided to take 4 days off at work, 32 hours in 3 days, because I just couldn't stand the drama at work, but not a queen. I'm so honestly, when someone says anything negative, I just look at them like, that bothers me. I've dealt with mental health patients and Alzheimer's. I think if you took an Alzheimer's patient to the most the person causing the most noise in the world being an idiot and left them in a room with an angry Alzheimer's patient that was violent, they would sit there and sign a treaty. Some of these guys could be brutal. It's like they get older and they just get, some of them get violent, some of them get nice, but they're always moody. It's crazy. And this is the environment I've been in for like 29 years. So when people say something that's kind of rude, I'm looking like, really? I get called that worse from that 90-year-old grandma at the nursing home, and they get pretty damn colorful because they think you're their kids and all this, and they will tell your ass off. I laugh at them. I was like, I just like, okay, I don't get offended. I just don't. I'm just so used to it. I just don't care. And then they'll ask me to get them some soap, and then I'm buying shampoo on Amazon for these guys, all kinds of stuff because it's easier sometimes when they get in that stage of life. If they really want a bottle of soap and they can't get it and they're frustrated, it's easier just to go and buy them one for $1 than to deal with their little revenge by making up 100 stories and getting mad at you because you didn't get a body wash because their family didn't bring body wash. So I order extra on Amazon to give them body wash. They ask me for a candy bar, I tell them I eat healthy snacks, and I give them my food because you make friends with your residents, and then they're a lot nicer. But yeah, people think old people are very cute, and I'm gonna probably be old soon because I'm in my 50s. So, but I like to do things to keep my mind, and it has to. You have to teach your mind something. There was a Supreme Court justice that in the 80s when I was a kid. And he was still working and he was like all like 99 years old. And he said every day he did crossword puzzles. So if you teach yourself to do something, you can keep good mental awareness. And of course, don't be doing the hard drugs too. But I that's why I said sketching is good for your brain because if it's good or bad, you're trying to teach your brain something. I don't think I did. Oh, okay, there it is. Could Amari feel all the sexual energy I was sending him? Not if he has you blocked. If someone does it, if you guys are fighting or whatever, I mean, and he really doesn't want to, he could put up natural blockers. Like if you don't want to think about somebody, your brain and your own energy can block another person. So probably not. It's really easy to block people. It's just if you feel a certain way and you're really angry, you can literally put a block all around you and people cannot, you can't receive or gain. It's like putting up a house. You put up the foundation and close the door. So probably not. I'm just saying. That's why I said just let them stew and let them come to you. You'll have a lot better experience. Trust me. So, alright. Is my family trying to get my partner to cheat on me? Honestly, in life, probably. That's what people do when they're jealous. If they see you're happy, it they sometimes they secretly, that's just human nature. They probably are. You got to be strong. There's been a lot of times where, I mean, my first husband that I ended up getting divorced from, there's a lot of times where they told us to break up, but we only broke up because of alcoholism. But yeah, and there's a lot of times where people will do that. Even I've been with the current one for 10 years, and there's been a lot of stuff that happens, and that's just if they see you're happy, they absolutely will. And you just got to trust each other. If you don't have trust, you don't have a relationship. You just have a sexual partner that promises they won't sleep with no one else if there's no trust, is the bottom line. And if you don't trust each other, you can't get married. It doesn't matter all the love in the world. That's just how it is. So, it, I could do a reading on his energy, but you can't you can't find out things like that because it's your personal barrier. That's the way it is. It's just like think about you when you got pissed off at like an ex-boyfriend or something, and let's say like a lot of girls do, they go out, F him, F that, and then they find a really cute guy at the bar. They maybe have sex once or twice, and then they try to manipulate the other person and sometimes say nothing, but you're able to block yourself from them so they can block them from you. I mean, that's just human nature. And there's really no amount of cards that could say that. But I can get the energy field on them. That's all I can do there. Love bug. He is in a new moon in Aries. That means that's a fairy card. And that's when your spirit's at war with something that it just wants to get rid of, which means he put up a wall. And then there's a waxing moon, and this talk about his energy, that energy just getting stronger to the breaking point. And then there's a void of course moon, and this just talks about nothing, about the just being a stalemate. The situation just stays as it is. It doesn't get any worse or any better. So I would just let him come to you. He might. If men are stubborn, you got to remember this. They're stubborn, and they just look at it as there's so many women out there that will just go and sleep with anybody, and then there's women that don't want a relationship. So, they'll have sex with anything. This is what you got to compete with in a relationship. So that's why they're so difficult. Honestly, that's why I haven't barely slept with anybody, because the relationships are so difficult. You got all this stuff going on in the world. You got all these people that just sleep around with everyone. So, why is my mom stalking me? Your mother's stalking you. That is very interesting. Are you nothing is, oh, like she's crazy. Are you living in the same house as her? Oh, well, then that's why. She's angry and you're in the same house and she's proven a point. That's what's going on. Some parents just get over extreme about it and stuff like that, but I don't know why, but that's how some parents are. I wasn't like that when my kids were little, so It does give bad impressions, yeah, when you act psycho and stuff, but I get it. And I'm sorry, but maybe just try to be cooperative and get her off your back. That's about all you could do with a mom doing all that. All right, is it over with him? Everything's not over in life. I mean, me and me and my current husband, we broke up for 4 months, and I thought it was over. And 4 months came, and I was ready to give up. And then one day he just popped up and said he made a mistake. So it took 4 months for him to come back. And I had to go to a psychiatrist. I'm not gonna lie, I lost my damn mind and had to go to a psychiatrist, and I never felt that kind of pain like I've ever felt in my life. But for 4 months I had to go through this, and I almost had to go on pills from the doctor over this event. So I don't have. I don't know what that is. Sad? Oh, you mean you don't have sex? Oh, well, it doesn't even matter about sex. It's as a companionship, anything. I mean, but yeah, I just try to. Oh, well, if you're not having sex with them, I mean, that's even better break off point, because then you did invest your time, yes, but at least they didn't get the best of you. So, oh jeez, it's your mom. The astrology doesn't get involved with stuff like that with mother or daughter. I mean, that's just the way your mom chooses to be a parent. I mean, some parents stalk you. What are you gonna do? I've stalked my kids. They try to sneak out to a party, and I stalked them and then caught them red-handed trying to drinking. So I used to stalk my kids all the time. So I mean, as long as she's not doing anything hurtful and just being annoying, there's really nothing you could do by law. So what are you gonna do? But I got to get up in 6 hours and work a 12-hour shift, and it's been a lot of fun. I am going to try to come back tomorrow. It's going to be a late stream like this one because I get off late. But this seems to be a good time zone for you guys. So I'm going to probably do practice more shading tomorrow and just try to make your mom happy or do dishes or something. And let me know if there's any problems. And hopefully your mom's a little calmed down, and maybe pray for her. And sometimes praying helps. Send some positive vibes out there. Maybe get her a flower or something. Make her feel happy and important. And then she should probably be a lot nicer to you. That'd be my best advice, that as a parent telling you. But thank you, and thank you for finding me interesting to watch. And I really do appreciate all you guys. I do. It's a nice outlet for me, and I enjoy meeting new people. So many blessings to everybody, and I will see you guys. I'll probably see you guys. I'm not going to see India. India, I gotta literally be on live stream at 4. Oh, it would be 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. here, but sometimes I don't really want to do a lot until later. So okay, So I'll see you tomorrow, love bug. Take care and be nice to your mom and see where that goes. And I'll talk to you guys tomorrow because I'll probably have some drama at work to tell you about. And good night.